Willie D Live.
What's up, family? U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi wants to make a deal with Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. Hand over your voter rolls, and we won't kill any more of your residents. Yeah, fam. Some people are calling this blackmail. Yeah, they're saying this is blackmail, man. She's trying to blackmail the governor into turning over the voters' rolls. And this is because people are saying this really is not about immigration. This really is all about getting their hands on those voter rolls. That's what it's all about. It's not about immigration. Immigration is just the rules that's being used. You dig what I'm saying? So let's go down here. I'm not gonna read the whole thing to you, but I just want to get down to the nitty gritty. Here we go. So here is the letter. Here's Pam's letter to Tim. And we'll go with her first demand. Well, at least her first statement. First, demand. Share all of Minnesota's records on Medicaid and food and nutrition service programs, including the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program data with the federal government, allowing the federal government to efficiently investigate fraud will save Minnesota taxpayers money and ensure that Minnesota's welfare funds are being used to help those in need. Let me make this a little larger so y'all could read along if you like to. Second, repeal the sanctuary policies that have led to so much crime and violence in your state. Removing criminal illegal aliens from Minnesota neighborhoods will save lives, and state and local officials should support this goal. All detention facilities in your state should cooperate fully with ICE, honor immigration detainers, and permit ICE to interview detainees in custody to determine immigration status. I urge you to reach an agreement with ICE that allows them to remove illegal aliens in custody of Minnesota's prisons and jails and avoid pushing these interactions into your streets. Third, allow the Civil Rights Division of the Department of Justice to access voter rolls to confirm that Minnesota's voter registration practices comply with federal law as authorized by the Civil Rights Act of 1960. Fulfilling this common sense request will better guarantee free and fair elections and boost confidence in the rule of law. They kill me with this rule of law thing. I've never seen such a lawless administration focus so much on the rule of law. I am confident that these simple steps will help bring back law and order to Minnesota and improve the lives of Americans. The time has come for state and local officials in your state to change course. As the Chief Law Enforcement Officer of the United States, I am committed to enforcing federal immigration laws and keeping every American safe. Minnesota can and should be a partner with this administration. Do not obstruct federal immigration enforcement. Do not allow rioters to take over the streets and houses of worship. Do not hinder federal officials from investigating financial fraud and violations of election laws. Whether state and local politicians stand in the way or not, we will work every day to protect Americans and make Minnesota safe again. I request that you join us in that effort. Sincerely, Pam Bondi. So, family, here go the thing. She talks about protecting Americans and making Minnesota safe again. Out of all of the states in the union, fam, well, out of all of the states, family, who amongst us ever considered Minnesota to be one of the most dangerous states? It wasn't until ICE showed up. Minnesota has always been middle of the road. Nobody ever considered Minnesota to be a particularly dangerous place. Now, obviously, there's danger anywhere you go, but compared to some of these other states, Minnesota, is a safe haven. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about for immigrants. I'm talking about for U.S. citizens. Minnesota only became dangerous when ICE showed up. And usually, when attention is focused on Minnesota, it appears lately especially, it's because of law enforcement stretching their authority, i.e., killing a citizen of Minnesota or killing someone in Minnesota. I don't see how this is going to work out long term. Now, it's funny that they're asking about voter registration and voter rolls. I thought that Trump said that this would be the last election. Why is he so concerned about the midterms all of a sudden? I thought he had it on lock. I'm confused, man. I'm confused. Yeah, I thought he had it on lock. I thought it was all over. They're really concerned about these upcoming elections. Now, I want you to understand this, fam. This is not a Minnesota issue. This is a United States issue because so goes Minnesota, so goes the rest of the country. Minnesota is a testing ground for what's to come. Whatever they do in Minnesota, they're going to take the show on the road. Believe that. Whatever they do in Minnesota, whatever they can get away with in Minnesota, they're going to do the same thing in the next state, in the next targeted state. To act like ICE agents are victims is funny to me when the ICE agents are the ones hopping out of cars, slamming people to the ground, shooting people in the head, shooting people in the back, dragging people from their place of work. They're kicking in doors, snatching people off the streets. I mean, straight up kidnapping people in some situations. Come on, fam. I'm not buying this. I'm not buying any of this. This is insane. Here's the other issue. Why do they care so much about voter registration? Why do they care so much about voter registration, fam? Like, the midterms ain't till November. And it's not, what trips me out about this voting thing is that Trump be cheating his ass off. All of them, that's all they do is cheat. You remember they were the last election, they were shutting down mailboxes. They were stealing mailboxes. Republicans were stealing mailboxes in the last election. And so they do everything in their power to practice voter suppression and then point the finger somewhere else. I mean, this is the ultimate gaslighting administration. All of them gaslight, but this is ultimate right here, fam, on every level. Everything bad that every other administration has done in the past will be trumped by Trump. Everything on every level, everything negative. Now, nothing positive is coming out of this. I mean, nothing. I'm talking about, well, you can say something positive might come out of it inadvertently, whereas you see what's going on. Now you got your eyes open now, and you see that it ain't what you thought it was. Perhaps this will encourage people to get more involved in their local politics. Maybe this will encourage you to go ahead and start that business. Maybe it'll encourage you to go for self and understand that neither of these parties are on your side, right? You just got one that's way worse than the other. But everything that has ever happened to negatively impact our people has happened on the Republicans' watch or the Democrats' watch. If the Democrats were in control and the Republicans watched, if the Republicans were in control, the Democrats watched. Each of them watched the other destroy and do whatever it took for them to suppress, oppress, subjugate, whatever they could do to make sure that they kept their foot on our necks. Both of them are equally responsible. I tend to think that when certain things are going on, when I look at Obama, when Obama was in office, the Republicans still looked like they was very much in charge of things. Even though they didn't have the House or the Senate at one point, they still seemed like they were very much in control. They never seemed helpless. But now that the Republicans are in control, the Democrats seem helpless. They seem like they don't really be doing nothing, getting anything done. Whereas the Republicans would, at the very least, they block, stalemate, baby. We got it. We've reached an impasse. Ain't nothing gonna happen. If we can't get it our way, it ain't gonna be no way. A lot of that went down, but now it's like, well, we don't have any control. We don't have any control, so we just gotta wait till the midterms before we can do something again. We just gotta wait. We just gotta wait. We gotta wait till 2028. I don't see them sitting around waiting. I see them always pushing, always doing something. So this makes me think that at the end of the day, no matter what, how it goes, no matter how far back they roll civil rights legislation, there's members in the Democrat Party going to benefit from it anyway, because the ultimate goal is white supremacy anyway. And there are a lot of white supremacists who are also in the Democratic Party. Don't get it twisted just because they're not walking around pumping their fists saying, we hate the N-word, or screaming out Hitler and doing the salute and walking around with them old dumbass tattoos on them, tatted on their necks and arms and chests and back. Don't get it twisted, fam. They come in all shapes, sizes, and colors, and they're in both parties. Heavy. A lot of members of law enforcement who illegally kill people, who violate your rights on a daily basis, they're not just Republicans. They're Democrats too. This is what you need to understand. But I am appalled at this letter that Pam Bondi wrote. This is the arrogance of this party, this administration. They're like, okay, somebody had to say, well, what if he shared the letter? What if he make the letter public? And that's something I didn't check. I should have checked on that. Was this letter made public? Well, it had to be, because otherwise they would have said it was leaked. So in any event, just the arrogance of putting a letter out there like that and basically trying to shake down the governor, saying, man, give me that voter roll, give me them voter rolls, and we'll stop the killing. Damn. And then they'll say, Americans, God bless America. See, all you got to say at the end of the day is just say, God bless America, and you'll get a pass. Say you're just trying to protect Americans. No matter what you do, just at the end of it, just say it's all to protect Americans, and you'll be all right. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.